Good evening, everybody, and welcome to We Inspire, an interview segment where we connect with entrepreneurs and talk about how they started their own business and what keeps them inspired and motivated. Joining us today is Mr. Arpit Agarwal, the founder and director of Food Genie. He is here to talk about his inspiration behind starting a food business aimed at delivering home cooked food to people working away from home. Welcome, Arpit.
Hi Renoy, thank you for having me here.
Yes, it's our pleasure, and thank you for joining us. So, to start off, can you talk a little bit about Food Genie and its journey so far?
Definitely. Let me tell you, Food Genie was never something a very planned out thing. It somehow happened. How it happened was like after my post graduation, I was in Mumbai working in the Maersk Group. So stay and food, daily food and stay were the basic issues I could never solve myself for 10 to 11 months, the amount I worked.
Sure.
So there was this thought in my mind where I was always like, okay, why not solve these basic issues? A lot of people like me would be a lot more productive at their work if these issues are not there to bang their head daily.
Right.
So that was the intent that was boiling in my head when suddenly I had a word with my sister who used to live in Pune. She said, okay, why don't you come down to Pune, try something with food?
Hmm.
So that is it how it started. And in a span of like past 4 years, we've grown to a network of like 4 stores. Uh, more than serving directly the customer, we have now eventually grown into a phase where we are helping the other food business operators to serve better.
Right. Right. So, what were the challenges you faced while setting it up?
I was completely naive, so everything was a challenge. I would say whenever I would buy a machinery,
Hmm.
after getting it to my place, I would know, okay, this is not something what I needed. Slightly, there
Oh,
would be some specification mismatch.
okay.
So a lot of challenges, but eventually, when you make mistakes, you get to learn a lot.
Hmm.
So basic setting up issues were, I would say, not a big part. Challenge came to us when our scales grew, when we got to a level of serving about 1,500 people a day.
Hmm.
That is when the challenge came in. When you serve so many people consistently on a daily basis, they are bound to get tired with their food.
Sure.
We get tired even with our home food. So
Right.
how to maintain that consistency, that quality, that your food is appreciated every single time, even to a user who's having your food 4 times a week.
Okay.
So those were some of the challenges which eventually I would say I was lucky to face these challenges. I got to think about how to stabilize the quality and standardize. So primarily it has been a learning.
Wow, thanks for sharing that. This is actually the reason we started this interview segment, because there are a lot of people out there who have a lot of ideas, but they tend to hold back, or they are discouraged from taking a chance. But when you
Hmm.
share things about from your own life, when you talk about buying machinery that you weren't sure of, or how to operate, or things like that, that's the learning curve over there. And going through it is a challenge, but you get through the challenge and finally you come across. So that's definitely a huge learning experience. It's good to hear that.
Yeah, exactly. That's not easy.
Yeah.
And I feel I'm lucky somehow with my family support, grace of God, I could make this far. But
Yeah.
there have been like every day is a setback at the start. You
Right.
just go searching for sales, and somehow, even if you get some sales, there is some harsh feedback. So
I
that
see.
is when you realize, okay, your product is not yet refined.
Okay.
You need to work more.
Uh-huh.
But still, if you get through these initial phases, there is a lot. There's a new level playing field at all.
Right. Right. So we talked about challenges when setting up the business, but in the last 4 5 months we've been dealing with the pandemic. So can you talk
Hmm.
about some of the challenges you faced because of that and how you handle them?
Yeah, pandemic has again been a very big source of learning for us. See, we were very complacent. We had set up about 3 stores in Pune, one in Surat. We were on the verge to set up multi-cuisine brand in Chennai in February this year. But somehow, with all this pandemic thing coming into picture, all our plans went for a toss.
I see.
So that is when we realized, okay, so I am thankful to a customer of ours here in Pune who used to take food from us for past 2 years. In
Right.
other words, he was dependent on us for food. So during lockdown, we couldn't move out. And this guy was like badly stuck. He couldn't get food. So he was continuously calling me, okay, what can we do? What can we do? Even if I somehow reach it to you, that would be one time food. The problem was there for at least 10, 15 days. So that is when we planned for something, okay, let's give them a product just for trial basis. Let's try it out if we can keep it in his deep freezer and use it as his convenient time. That is something that worked out well. Then we hired professional help. We took onboarded a microbiologist, a food technologist. Then we started developing all the products. So again, coming back to your question, with COVID, now, especially when the industry, the people who are we catering to, the daily food wala people, they move to their hometowns. Now it's a challenge for even the food business operators in the industry, especially in the big cities, because they cannot afford the same level of staff because the orders are jittery. So now, due to the COVID situation, we prefer directly, rather than serving directly to the customer, let's try to help out the people in the food business, not only with their cost cutting, but to the very survival. Many are closing down just because cannot cope up with the costs of salary, inconsistency, sales is gone for a toss. So that is how we have adapted. We are trying to help out the other people in the food business. And it has been pretty successful so far. People have been very happy with the products we are giving to them recently.
It's good to hear that, Arpit, because as you said, there are several challenges in place right now. And, there are lots of business being affected by those challenges. So it's good to hear that you guys have found a way to manage everything and move on. So shifting away from work, can you talk about a little bit how you manage your personal life and your business life, the work-life balance?
Okay, so Food Genie is primarily me, myself, my mother, my father, and my sister.
Right.
So this is the core team of Food Genie. So it is very family oriented, a very closely knit team. But still managing family as a business partner is again something you need to learn daily.
Yeah.
The same level of emotions and comfort what you are used to in your entire life somehow don't work here when it comes to business. Everything's about money suddenly. So to be on the same page, that is a challenge. But again, I would say my family has been a source of strength for me, kept me going. Regarding work-life balance, I would say initial 2 years, if we keep aside the initial 2 to 3 years, things were a bit stable. Now I have a much easier schedule. Earlier, it was a mess. I used to be the delivery boy. I used to be the order taking guy. I used to be involved in cooking. I used to be involved with vendors, everything. But now it is a lot more structured with family coming into picture.
So just to follow up on that, were you always interested in cooking, or is that something you learned while starting this business?
Okay, so yes, I love cooking, but that was just a hobby. A couple of dishes here and there of some basic dishes.
Okay.
So yeah, the inhibition what people have to cooking, I never had that. I enjoyed cooking. After joining Food Genie, when we made a couple of like stable businesses, that is when I went for formally learning how to cook. So I've learned baking, I've learned kitchen maintenance, and this is all done in the past 1.5 years. But I enjoy cooking.
Okay, sure. Thank you for that. Now, I understand that initially you took your food license through Vakil Search. So can you take us through the process?
Yeah, I will. So this is somewhat something important here, why I really appreciate the Vakil Search team. So there's a time when you need to upgrade your food license. You start with a very small initial level registration that is very easy, $2,000-3,000 you get it. But when the revenue grows, then you need a stricter and a broader category of license. Those are the specific items for the FSI. They duly check it with you. Are you operationally stable enough? Are the processes HACCP compliant? A lot of procedures they follow.
Okay.
So that for somebody like me, it takes a lot of time and resources visiting the food office, FSSI office, and getting to know the procedure, which I tried for more than a month myself. I couldn't do it. the number of affidavits itself like freaked me out.
Okay.
It required about 11 to 12 affidavits from different authorities. So that is when I dropped Vakil Search a message. Very promptly, I got a reply, and they, from the very next day, I believe, they were working on my thing. And the effort, I understand. See, I paid them, they gave me a product, some time went in between. But I surely understand the effort went to the background by the team. They're sitting in Chennai. My job was in Pune. Even the difference of cities was not a constraint for them. They made the entire process very smooth for me.
So moving on, can you talk a little bit about your future aspirations?
Yeah, definitely. See, at this point of time, for past 6, 7 months, the business has been on a very topsy-turvy ride. We've seen the troughs, we are seeing the crests right now. Uh, what I believe, what we have finally with the churn of like past 4 to 5 years in business is something which will help everybody. This is not just about a food business user, but if I, in the end, I'm able to improve the quality what is being served to an individual, the final consumer, I think I've done my job. So the entire chain is being connected here: the food business operator, the consumer, the manufacturer, and the game is all about quality consistency. That's all I'm after. Good food. That is my whole priority. So luckily with this thing, what we're doing, the gravy bases and all to the FBO segment, my plan is to cover all the Indian food business operators across our country first. And also, if I'm able to, if I'll try to take this to the market abroad, where we have a lot of expats and they are facing food issues. Luckily, we are already serving to 2 countries, Canada and Armenia for now. But since this COVID advent, I've never been able to look back at that abroad segment. I'm currently focusing on India itself.
Sure, sure. Well, thank you for that, Arpit. And from all of us here at Vakil Search, we wish you the very best. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you.
yes. All right, Ed. Take care. Bye bye.